Hello, and welcome back to another TCAN video. So maybe you just hit 80 or you're about to hit level 80 and you want to know what's in store for you for Wrath of the Lich King. Now if you found this guide helpful to getting the sea turtle, then please hit that like and subscribe button and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, jokes aside, there's a lot of new and exciting things to do right now in WoW prior to raids releasing, and I think you guys will probably know most of these tips, but here's the 5 things that I will be doing. And even though I play Blood Death Knight, I think other classes may find these tips helpful as well. The first tip I have is to get as many Emblem of Heroisms as possible. These emblems are the new currency for doing heroics, similar to the Badge of Justice, and there's a lot of prebis that comes from the badge vendor, including T7 gloves and T7 chests. And I know for myself, I need about 260 of these emblems just to get all my prebis gear. Now in Wrath, there's about 12 new dungeons that were added, which means we can get about 49 badges in one day, and then there's the additional 2 for doing the daily heroic. This equates to about 1 piece of gear a day, but I will warn you, trying to do all the heroics in one day can be very time consuming unless you have a complete pumper group. The other thing to mention here is you can get emblems of heroism through one-time quests in both Ice Crown and Storm Peaks, so you're going to want to make sure you quest in those areas once you get your flying. Next, we need to talk about enchants. And no, I don't mean enchants that come from an enchanter, I mean shoulder and head enchants. Both of these require reputation, and for the head enchant, you need to pick up the tabard with the associating faction to gain rep with that faction. And each time you do a dungeon wearing this tabard, you'll gain reputation with that faction, and at Revered, you can get the head enchant. The Kirin Tor gives you spell power and crit, the Warm Rest Accord gives you spell power and mana per 5, Knights of the Ebon Blade gives you attack power and crit, the Argent Crusade gives you stamina and defense, and the Horde and Alliance Expedition gives you stamina and resilience. For Shoulder Enchant, you need to complete a very long quest chain starting in K3 with They Took Our Men. It's about 30 quests long and is full of fun, riveting quests that are very unique, like this one here where you get to jump Protodrake to Protodrake, hijacking them and killing the riders mid-air. At the end of the quest chain, which takes about an hour and a half to complete, you'll talk to the God of Thunder himself, Thorum, and he'll give you 5 emblems of heroism and make you neutral with the Sons of Hodor. Now that we're neutral, we can start doing dailies and turning in our Relics of Ulduar for reputation. At Honored, you can get a shoulder enchant, and then at Exalted, you get the better version of those shoulder enchants. This is very similar to how Aldor and Scryer's shoulder enchants worked in TBC. The third tip that I have is to make sure that you're doing PvP to get honor. Even though Winter's Grasp was nerfed from what it was, most games only take about 15 minutes to complete and still give you 7 to 12k honor. You can use this honor to buy filler gear once you hit level 80, which are the Savage pieces, and these are pretty solid for how easy they are to get, and it's a lot better than praying to the RNG gods every time you run a heroic. I know for myself while leveling, I would always queue up for Winter Grasp when it was available, and I was honor capped before I was even level 80. This allows you to buy about a piece and a half of the Savage gear. The fourth tip that I have is to just farm gold once you hit level 80 because you're really going to need it. Now, I don't know about you, but my pre-raid BIS has about 3 BOE pieces in it and cost a whopping 6k gold just in raw materials to create. And this doesn't even include the Ring of Kirin Tor, which cost another 8k gold. Also, all this new gear that we're getting, it's going to need enchants and gems, so you can see how this starts adding up really quick. Now, quests do give you pretty good gold once you're at level 80, but unfortunately, I just don't think this is going to be enough for the amount that we're going to need. So I know for myself, I've been using a little bit different of a system to make gold. Now, the way I'm making gold is I'm buying the mats to make polar boots, which cost about 95G on my server, disenchanting them, and then selling the abyss crystals for 250G, netting me about 150G profit per crystal sold. And if I see the price of these crystals tank in the next few days, I'll know exactly who stole my idea. So far, I've made about 6,000 gold doing this, and I know each server will be a little bit different, but I encourage you to find the best method of making gold for yourself, and this could be as simple as just doing a profession. The last tip I have is a little cliche, but it's really just to have fun. As you can see with the other 4 tips, WoW can get very grindy at times and really burn you out, and I know I've been there myself, especially in TBC. Wrath is filled with a lot of unique quests, fun dailies, the introduction to vehicles, and really good raids. And really, there's no right or wrong way to play the game, so hopefully you find enjoyment with whatever way you choose to play.
Let's go! Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
Let's fucking go.
Oh yeah, baby.